yesterday afternoon, I thought I'll start working on the door jambs. That was harder than I thought it was going to be. The problem with the boat is nothing's straight, and particularly the modules, these big staircase modules that I put in, they all have a slight curve to them, and that is because they need to have a curve or a slight release angle on the molds, and as a result it gets very, very difficult to put a door jamb in that's supposed to be dead straight, so you do need to wedge it out, and it took me hours and hours, and to be honest I just lost the plot and didn't film it. But you can see here I've actually put them in here, and the way that I did that is I wedged it in place with pieces of foam and got it dead level and dead square, and I had to measure the top and the bottom and to make sure the actual uprights were square, obviously, so that the doors will fit it properly. And I'm actually going to put the face on here, but I wanted the actual architrave or the surround to fit on the outside, and then I'll fill it from the back on the inside, and that certainly made it a lot easier. But they've now been hot glued in place and then epoxied in place, so all of the gaps have been filled with epoxy, and just put some masking tape on to get them in place. As you can see, it's really starting to look good, and it's covering up all the foam and all the other stuff that's in these modules. You can see here what I did is I actually just hot glued a piece of foam onto the floor here to hold this in place, and then I've put a little dollop of hot glue all the way down, and then I was able to fill in between with epoxy. So I've pumped the epoxy into it and basically filled the entire cavity in between, and that's left this 40mm jamb slightly protruding into this room, and then I'm going to have to backfill it somehow before I put the surround on. But yeah, it's just totally neatened up what was otherwise a pretty ugly entrance. And I've done these ones as well. So the main cabin here, obviously the wood surround or the actual door jamb itself, and another one here. Now what I've done is I've actually created the rebate is going to be the face of the actual architrave or surround. Will actually create a rebate for the door to close again. So I'm just going to work out the distance I need and I'll get it done. Okay, so I want the door in the forward master suite to actually open inwards into the suite. Obviously we don't want it opening out into the staircase here because it just restrict movement. But what I've done is I've actually cut the surrounds to form the rebate for the actual door itself. So now I'm doing it like that. So since I started it, I've dealt with the thing looking like it was just a fiberglass mess, but now we're starting to do the nice bit, and it's very, very pleasing. And there we have it, the final look. It looks superb. I'm so happy with that, and the rebate's here. So once I get it glued in place, I'm just going to make sure I get it all level, and that's just looking so good. So this side will have some sort of a bead in here, and then a similar sort of surround on the inside just to finish it off. Just simply the preparation to put on these surrounds is an hour for each one, and I haven't enough clamps to do more than probably 2 doors at a time. You've got to sand all around the edges, mask the actual internal jamb, and then apply the glue and glue it on and clamp it, and then hope that the glue doesn't go everywhere all over your nice white gel coat. It's a bit of a process, and it does take quite a lot of time. So that door jamb took me an hour to put in, but the thing is, it's so important to get those surrounds right. Got a little bit of over sanding here, which is a bit annoying, but I'll mix up some wood flour into some epoxy and fill that edge there just to hide that. It's one of the problems with trying to prepare, you tend to go a little bit overboard, but anyway, that's all sort of looking pretty good. Very, very happy with that. Several months ago we received that. It's our dual drawer Vitrifrigo fridge. And I originally ordered a bar fridge for our boat, but Janet put the kibosh on that deal and ended up buying that. I guess she just wanted to store wine bottles vertically in it. But she's right. Basically, a bar fridge in the opening of our boat would actually swing open and everything would fall over the saloon floor. So nice thing having the drawers is it can contain everything, as well as being able to be fridge, freezer, 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 fridge, fridge. We've got the option, and we do have another 130 litre freezer down in the starboard hull. So I've got this. Zach's coming up to help me to install it. We're going to have to lift it up into the boat. It's about 50 kilos, so it's not a light item, and we're going to wire it up and get it, get the hole cut out in the cabinet, get all that done today, and hopefully get it in, because Sam's wedding is tomorrow, and Zach will be going back to Tasmania to live, and I won't see him again. Probably I might even fly him up to the launch, who knows, because I'd like to have him here on board to help me with the wiring for the final day of the launch. Alright, so Zach's come up here to help me lift the fridge in, and we're going to get it installed, at least cut in. Now I've made the measurements and for the cutout. It's certainly deep enough. We've got it down here. It's about 55 kilos of fridge. Here he is. He's got a pair of bloody freaking, what do you call them?
It's an Australian work boot, that is.
Australian work boot, good OHS safety work boot, and we're thinking we're going to lift it up onto here and then bring it up, rather than try to bring it up through those stairs, which is going to be a bit narrow. Get under the door for that. Probably the worst thing to do for a fridge. That's it.
Just get up on the bed.
That's it. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, we got it up. Now comes the easy bit. 860, so 620 there. 625 there. So
yeah.
That'll do.
That'll do.
And depth wise, I've got 650, so it's 595 deep.
Yep.
The only thing is, I'm just worried about what it's going to sit on in here. I've made this like this so I can get wiring and stuff. And look at that, like a neighbour.
Oh yeah. Well,
it should sit on that, alright?
It should, yeah. At this point where you're in between trying not to make a mess and having to.
I've cleaned up.
There's not a whole lot more fiberglass to cut big holes out like that now.
No, and I've got, because I've got visitors here, I've vacuumed the whole boat, so I don't make any more mess, but I'm just going to have to, because this is the big one.
It's going to be a big mess.
This is the big mess.
Look at this thing. This thing is huge. How many litres is this?
I don't know. 180 litres or something.
It is huge. It would be. It's like.
The great thing about it is you can stand wine bottles in it. That was Janet's reasoning. Wow, that is a big hole. And you can see here when I built this, I actually built the supports under here. And I've left underneath as a void so I can run some ventilation on, potentially put some sort of a vent or a grate in here so that we can get some ventilation. Will work actually, because I'll put a ventilation grate in the bottom, like a little stainless steel vent in the bottom of the kickboard there. That'll allow for some ventilation. We've got Zach here installing our surround panel. Nice thing about this is actually inset. Yeah, I see how it goes together. Wow, that's just straight stainless. And then what, this just screws into the wall, does it?
Yep.
Okay, easy. Perfect. How's the wiring? Is it pretty simple?
Pretty simple, 2 wires.
Fantastic. We'll have to go and find that wire now. Yep. Righto, so you got the wire, mate?
Yeah,
that's our fridge. Well done. That's a big one, isn't it? That's like a 10 org wire or something, is it? Can't remember. Pretty big. Looks pretty big. So I'm going to drill a hole in here to bring that fridge wire up through here. Righto, keep your hands out of the way.
All right. This is the fridge wire which we'd stuffed up the helm I don't know, what, nearly 6 months ago now. Alright.
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Beautiful. Nice and neat. Is that actually going to clamp down onto the chamfer panel?
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll be able to P-clamp that.
Alright, so we're going to leave plenty of cable so I can pull the fridge right out. I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, and we'll
Maybe shorten it about here somewhere so I can pull the fridge right out to get behind it.
Yep.
To roll this over on its side so we can get this outer dress room on, and we've got basically all our connectors, everything here. This is our box of spares, and we've read the manual. Time to go in.
Alright.
Here we go. Right, don't put on that
Your name on the door.
Good job we got a white door.
Yeah. Yeah, really an issue.
Well done. I forgot to film that bit, so he just reenacts. I mean, we reenact everything here on the holes.
Yeah, you never actually see anything the first time.
No. I could probably have wired this up. I think I could have actually handled this, but anyway.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, Zach's doing
The
it.
services, right?
That's it. He's getting more experience, and I'm using him while he's here for the wedding. We've had a pretty good weekend. We went for a paddle this morning.
It's been good. We've been
Yeah, it's been
holiday mode.
It's been great. I've actually been in holiday mode for the last 4 days. I've got another 3 days of it. Fantastic. They're nice big connections, are they?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking we could put like an Anderson plug or something on it, but you never need to take. If you ever do need to take the fridge out, I'm sure you can cut and redo this.
Yeah, definitely. Anderson plug would have been good. No, I can do that.
It's alright. When you take this fridge out in 10 years,
I hope it lasts 10
I'm
years.
sure you can do it one cut and reprep.
I am a bit concerned about this fridge because there's been a number of channels that had problems with their fridges. I'm not sure it's a wiring or a condensation issue inside the boat, but I'm hoping this one works perfectly. But anyway, all we can do is try it and see, I guess. But that cabinet has had so much polishing and it's now ready, and I'm very, very happy to get this installed and get the final look.
Because we've wired it to the circuit
Oh,
board.
fantastic. Righto, let's see if this thing fires up.
Alrighty.
Righto, switch it on. Is it on?
Yep.
It's on! Yes! Vitra Frigo. Look at that. Beautiful, mate. Woo!
We got fridge.
Very, very excited. Fantastic.
We should have a light in here. There you go, yeah.
Let's see, yeah. Fantastic. Righto. There's nothing left to do but put it in. What's the problem?
Well, the problem is
Bad boat builder.
boats are never straight, so this beautiful cabinet, there's about 10 mil of variance across the face of it.
Yeah.
As happens, so
We've got to shim it, but we just found out that the outside surround,
yeah, I've loosened this, so we should be able to kind of.
we can actually adjust it a little bit to make it look a little bit better, and then I may have to put a wood surround around it just to make it look. Oh, he's just cut himself on a bit of fiberglass. But we'll see how that goes, but it's been a bit of a battle. We had to put a foam shim down the bottom there because, yeah, maybe I didn't cut it exactly right.
Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, stop it.
What's that?
I know, it was built with multiple pieces of foam, and no one's picked up on it until now. So maybe if I was doing this job on my own, bad boat building.
Someone's come along and bent across a straight edge at some
Yeah,
point.
it is pretty crooked. I didn't think about the consequences of putting something perfectly square in when I built it, did I? Anyway, that's the way it is. Might have to modify it again.
Where are you going? Yeah, but that's okay. Because now the bottom needs to be shimmed on that side.
See, Zach?
Yeah.
That's it.
Possibly until
Ooh,
ooh,
launch.
Possibly till when I come back for the
I
launch.
reckon you have to come back for the launch.
I'm definitely coming
Might
back.
have to fly him up for the
Yeah.
launch. But we got the fridge in. We got a couple of issues, and I don't know whether we should tell people, but yeah, I think we should tell people.
We should tell people.
We're going to have to put a wooden surround around it, like so, something like that, because the cabinet isn't square. because it's a handmade cabinet, it's not part of a mould, and we're always going to have these little bits of discrepancies. It looks fantastic where it is, but I think we're going to have to put a bit of wooden cabinetry around it and push the fridge into place to get it right. It's not going to matter if it's yeah, that looks pretty slick, and it'll look consistent. But there's going to be a bit of work to be done just to make sure that I get the sit right. Very cool, mate. Very cool.
Good stuff.
I'll get some beer in it for when you come next time.
Yeah, it'll be ready.
I love it. I love the way the drawers come out. I think that's really cool. Yeah, you can see the gap we've got here. Shocking craftsmanship there. 4 days before Sam's wedding, they're all arriving. They're ganging up on me. The Keens are here. We've got Nigel, Sue, and Zach's back from Tassie.
I'm here.
Zach's back. Ellen's here. Lexi's here. But welcome to Australia, mate. These guys flew in about, what, 5 hours ago? 6 hours ago, and we've taken them to the beach. We're running them off their feet. Sue's been here for a few days, so she's already on form, already protecting me from Janet's wrath. But yeah, they've come up to see the boat because Nigel and Sue follow this apparently, don't you, mate?
My life's ambition to be on an episode of Life on the Hull.
You're it, mate. You're it now. I expect 100,000 subscribers because Nigel's here. All of his mates in England need to now subscribe, okay? So let's do it. Let's have a look at the boat, guys. Probably what I'll do is I'll pull back here so you can get a look at it. Watch the step. Now you can see it in its full glory. We're both on now. Well, I've fallen through that one, you've fallen through that one. Oh yeah, Ross fell through that one, I've fallen through this one. That's all made by hand. We've got to finish the windows. I only cut this out I cut this out 3 years ago, but I've only just started to finish it. That's the base for the mast. It was on a 40-degree day and I had a fan blowing on her back and she's like, I hate this! I hate this!
I think it's amazing. Oh, absolutely amazing.
We started doing
This is
all the work,
amazing.
like Janet and I have been working on this.
Oh, nice.
Timber work is all done.
Yeah.
It's a little ensuite.
The edging.
A little wet toilet.
Little wet toilet. And
But
then
the bed goes there. Yeah.
That's hydraulic. So I have to run copper tube, about 70 metres of copper tube down to the bottom here, somehow bend it. So what do you think, guys?
Very nice. I can see myself here.
I can see you there too, yeah. We'll fly in, meet us in the Bahamas maybe?
We'll meet you in Tahiti.
Yeah.
Maybe Panama or somewhere.
Yeah, we'll meet you in Panama.
Yep. Sue and Steve.
well, yeah, we'll be coming.
You don't?
People say how small it looks after being on the video. Do you think that is?
No, I think it looks bigger.
I think it's bigger, much bigger when you see it in real life.
Yeah, well,
It's enormous. It's a feat.
they are big, aren't they? I'm not really sure they know what to say. They've, I think I've done their heads in. Pub Bugger's just got off a flight from Dubai and I drag him up here to do a mould, do a boat tour, but what do? You know, you've got to do it. Righto, where are we going now? The pub, yeah, the brewery, let's do it. That's awesome. Sounds good. Need a beer after all that talking. I have got a very exciting week because my boy Sam is getting married in 2 days? Yeah, 3 days. Oh, the nerves are building. And the whole family's here and we're out having a bushwalk and going for another swim. It's our second swim for the day. Ellen and I have been getting up every morning for a swim. Nigel and Sue are here and Janet. We're all here as a family and we've got 120 people at a wedding. So it's going to be an absolute brilliant week. Taking the week off. Let's get into it, guys. We've arrived at Sam and Veronica's wedding and it's the 3rd of April today. It's a 2-day affair, it's a 2 nights and the guys have booked this total venue, 40 motel rooms, fantastic. About 107 people we've got at the wedding and we're just doing some practice down there now. It's absolutely hilarious, I can't wait, I'm so excited. When I arrived about an hour ago, it's sort of been a big build up to this. I've had family here from the UK, walked up to Sam and Verona, burst into tears. It's quite an emotional thing when your young bloke gets married. It's something, obviously I've never experienced it before, but I'm really, really happy for them. They're so happy. And it's all about family, this whole event. family and friends and how important their family is to the both of them, and I'm just so proud of the way they're taking this on and loving every bit of it. He's one of the best men, our Haz. This is my beautiful nephew Haz.
He's our
Well
Roscoe.
done, mate. You look after my boy, won't you?
Absolutely, mate. Looking forward to your speech. Will I be filming that?
Yeah, you gotta film it. Who's filming it?
Someone will.
Someone's gotta film
Someone
it.
will.
So, film me cry. Go on.
Bring on the tears.
Get with the boys and have a few beers, mate. Go and enjoy yourself. It's a bit wet today and it's absolutely beautiful. Well, we are in a rainforest. We're out at a place called Jamboree, which is about 20 minutes inland from the coast, about half an hour north of where we live. And they've chosen this site. It's a stunning grounds. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. We've got a river running past and just beautiful old trees and wet sclerophyll forest. So, how you feeling, buddy?
Pretty good. Camera's out.
You a bit nervous yet or not?
Welcome to the vlog, everybody. Welcome to Life on the Holes. Let's do this.
I'll go do it. Well, here we go. You ready, Jen?
I really want to go.
Let's go. It's going to be an awesome afternoon. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Beautiful. Let's do it. There's my boy. Mate, you all ready?
In the vlog. Let's
You all
do
ready,
it.
mate?
Ready. Let's do
Yeah?
this.
What about these guys? You all ready, guys?
We're ready.
All ready? Yeah? Good on you, Robin.
My tie, alright?
Scotty. Oh, I'll tell you what, you guys look almost as hot as I do. Look at Lou. You ready? Are you ready, mate? Are you ready to give him away? Yeah. Oh, well done, boys.
It's been 10 years in the making.
Yeah, 10 years in the making. I'll tell you what, you're all doing a great job for us around here. Thank you, mate. I don't often wear a suit. Usually there's a bit of resin stuck to my nose or my knee or something, but it was a big effort, eh, boys? Yeah, I've been in the shower sanding the crap off me.
Did you bring your multi-tool there?
I got my multi-tool, I'm ready. I got the grinder.
Good.
And I got my orbital. We're set. We're going to laminate this, guys, together.
We are surrounded by all against the dying day.
585 days ago, you said yes to coming on the journey of a lifetime. I promise that no matter what happens, every morning for the rest of our lives, we'll wake up and share that precious moment we both cherish.
From the moment I met you, I knew you would be part of my life. You are rich in thinking and knowing, a human encyclopedia, in which every day I'm amazed at all the things you know, and where on earth you learnt it from, because I am near you each day. You're my best friend, and I love you forever and always.
Samuel, you may kiss your bride.
There is nothing more important than to see your children's dreams come true. Janet and I have been so fortunate to have you, Veronica, in our family. You've always been our family from day one, and our friend and our very special daughter as of today. Sam once wrote me a Father's Day card, and he thanked me for all the things I'd done as a dad to help him move forward in life, including a lot of unsolicited advice. I thought this was really important, as being a father is a challenging endeavour for anyone that's been a father. They'll totally understand this. But it's even harder when your son is far more mature than you are. He's so much more sensible and he is more mature than I am. A few months ago, Zach and I did some work on Sam and Veronica's new back deck. He said, can you come up and spend an hour or so and sand our back deck? We collectively spent 18 hours with sanders sanding their deck on our knees with no masks and nothing. It was pretty tragic experience, really. But what was important was that night he bought us a Thai dinner, and we were sat there having dinner, and he thanked us for our efforts, and I made the comment, it's always been my dream to help my son and daughter help them renovate their house or repair something, because I always go like a good project. And Sam returned his dream was to be able to sit around a table with family and friends and share a meal and conversation with people he loves. And that is my boy.